So today I'm going to be making my spaghetti, and the ground beef I'm going to be using is 93% lean, 7% fat. So you do have to have a little bit of fat in your diet. Plus we want the ground turkey to cook and not burn and be sticking to the pan. So a little bit helps. And we're also going to use a little bit of olive oil when we cook this. So alrighty, so what I put in my spaghetti, my spaghetti sauce rather, is the different seasonings. So I don't have any parsley, but I do have some spice blend, but I like to use the onions. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, the onions like this. And then I like to use some cilantro. So I'm also gonna use a little bit of turmeric, or however you say it. And I'm going to use my smoked African spices. I also have a little bit of cilantro lime flavor that I'm going to use. I'm going to use my garlic, rosemary, sea salt. And then this is just an array of spices that go very well with the anything that you're cooking. And then I'm going to use my jalapeno peppers. I'm going to use my minced garlic. And then thanks to my friend Renee, I also have some herbs and spices chili. It has a nice heat to it. It doesn't last very long. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Cajun seasoning. Of course, pepper. And I have some Mediterranean salt. So we're going to go ahead and slice these all up very fine. And some people may think, oh boy, that's too spicy, that's too much sodium, and so forth with all the spices and different things. But actually, when I make my spaghetti sauce, you have to remember that it's when you grind up tomatoes, they have no seasoning to them. So a lot of the salt or the heavy seasoning is going to all balance out in the tomato sauce. So if you're going to be making a lot of herbs and seasoning in your spaghetti when you make the sauce, I highly recommend that you use a sodium-free or tomato sauce that is free of a lot of ingredients. That way it will not be salty or overwhelming. So I just kind of like to do that. I keep getting telephone calls from California. I don't know why. Maybe I should pick up the phone, but it's that same number. So we're just going to add that right there. Let's see, who do I know in California? Okay. So, and then when it comes to my spices, I just kind of go by taste and what I know. So I love garlic. Garlic is very good for you. Helps regulate your blood pressure and so forth. So the more, the merrier for me. Some people may not like that. That California number just will not stop calling. And then this sauce right here, I like to use, has a lot of peppers in it. That way it's going to give the spaghetti a little bit of heat. So I put 2 heaping tablespoons of that in there. And then turmeric is very powerful. Some people use a little bit of peppermint with it, but I do not. So I'm just going to take one of these. I'm not going to use the entire thing, but I'm just going to use a little bit of it. And I'm going to slice it up here. I don't know if you guys can see me doing that. course, you know, turmeric or turmeric or however you pronounce it, that is very good for inflammation. It helps relieve pain. It helps lower your blood pressure. And it just really takes all that extra look out of your body, so to speak. So I'm just going to take about that much of it. And then I'm going to just kind of grate it in there and make sure I get it all so it's not too big and too overpowering. And of course, that is enough because we don't need a lot of that. So then, we'll take that out of the way. I'm going to put my pepper. Use my African smoked blend seasoning. And remember, this may seem like a lot, but we are going to be using tomato sauce that has no seasoning, salt, or anything in it. So all of this is going to balance out. Now, as you start to cook your own and learn different things, you're going to know how much you can use and how much you can't. This is my cilantro lime, chili lime. So we're just going to put sprinkle a little bit in there. If you're taking notes on the recipe, I would probably say a couple of tablespoons, that is. And then I'm going to use my spice blend. Now for me, I like spices, so I'm very, I'm not stingy with that. And then I am going to use a little bit of my Cajun seasoning, but not too much, because that can be overpowering. So I'll just do a little bit like that. And then my sea salt, just a little bit. Run up in there pretty good. All right, get that out of the way. And I'm going to use my rosemary seasoning here a little bit. I'll use a little bit of thyme, not too much. And then I am going to slice up my jalapeno peppers. All right. Now when I cook my spaghetti,